All right, the richest man in the world. Look at how tight it is right now with Bill Gates. A good deal of attention to Amancio Ortega, of course, who I guess owns the retailer Zara. My staff was surprised. I had no idea what that was, but my ignorance notwithstanding. Look who's in third place, but rocketing up. He used to be about $20 billion away from them as recently as the start of the year, but he is very close to overtaking them with Amazon's run to $1,000 a share. Briefly touched that yesterday, backing off a little bit today, just a matter of time. To the bragging rights and what they mean, market experts Larry Glazer, Michael Murphy, tech analyst Jennifer Jolly. Jennifer, if we have a change there, it is a significant development in terms of that tech would still rule the roost here, but a very different tech, huh?
That's exactly right. You know, you said in your introduction there that he is rocketing up, and I thought that was a nice play on words because
that's the way I roll. Yeah,
I know,
basic
right?
Cable. Yeah.
Well, the next frontier for him will be space. He is putting about $1 billion every now and again into exploration and his next big business, which will be the race for space. So that's an incredibly interesting foray into the future, as well as, you know, he's doubling down on stores that you don't have to take money or credit cards to. He's, you know, the cloud services are just going wild. So it's a really interesting time for this pioneer who just seems to have an unrelentless drive to not only find the next new best thing, but bring something new to it that no one else is doing or doing as well. You know, the irony, Michael Murphy, is that Microsoft hit an all-time high yesterday, giving back a little bit. But again, it's not running up at the pace, certainly, that Amazon has been. So obviously a different look at that high-tech world. But what do you see changing here? Tech has been leading this entire market advance. I mean, it's got to take a breather soon, doesn't it?
I don't think it does necessarily,
really?
Neil. So tech is going to continue to lead. And you look, Microsoft, like you point out, has had a huge run. And the market cap on Microsoft, even as of today, is almost $100 billion greater than that of Amazon.
Oh, that's
so I think when you look at Jeff Bezos, with Amazon's market cap still trading under $500 billion, there's a lot more upside. I mean, his net worth, I think it's only a matter of time till he becomes #1. And I don't know where he stops, Neil, because we talk about the first trillion-dollar company out there, and Apple's the closest one to it, but it'd be tough to bet against Bezos and Amazon right now.
You know, many in the past, Larry Glazer talked about and criticized, I know in the past, Jeff Bezos for spending so much money before making any money on expanding his operations and plants and equipment, all of that stuff. Now it's paying the dividends, but he is known for continuing to do so and will disappoint Wall Street analysts who think, all right, he's done with that now, but he'll just plow into something else. Does that give you pause when it comes to either recommending Amazon or not?
Look, Neil, I'm sure Jeff Bezos is celebrating somewhere, pounding his chest en route to victory in the Who Wants to Be the World's Biggest Billionaire competition. But en route to world domination, which is really what his goal is, he truly is a genius in retail, but a genius and innovator in so many other businesses. And even Warren Buffett acknowledges the fact that he underestimated the sheer genius of Jeff Bezos. You know, Microsoft is so 1980s, but when you look at Amazon today, he is a genius, right? But he's also an evil genius. In fact, he looks like Dr. Evil. If you really look at him, I think he is Dr. Evil. And I think the concern here is tech as a percentage of the market, Neil, is the highest percentage we've seen concentrated since the tech bubble in 1999-2000. So it really speaks to the fact that we've got this narrow, nifty 50 market that never ends well. So we've got a broad market with lots of opportunities. We've got great things happening in the economy. We've got some opportunities, but it's a very narrow, expensive, concentrated leadership. And Amazon embodies that en route to his billionaire-ish contest.
All right. By the way, the opinions of Larry Glazer when he calls any billionaire Dr. Evil are those of Larry Glazer and no one else. Jennifer, one of the things, too, I wonder about when I look at an Amazon or whatever is if it is making a bigger statement about the nonstop frenetic pace of this market advance that's really gone nonstop, as I say, but right. Since Donald Trump's election. Now, there are other factors for this, but a lot of people say we're still priced for perfection, whether you're talking these technology issues or you're talking about a market that seems to be very confident, despite the troubles President Trump is having, it'll still get his tax cuts, it'll still get his health care reform. I know that's not a technology play, but it could affect technology if he doesn't it?
Well, it seems good that Bezos has the mantra that, don't obsess over profits. Think about market growth, all these different ways that you can get in and expand, including that race to outer space, over how much money you're making. So it's interesting that he is just relentless on that focus as well. But yeah, what I see out in the Silicon Valley a lot is a bunch of companies, who's going to be the better Facebook, who's going to out Facebook, out Apple. And while Amazon has come out with the Amazon Echo, the Alexa device, one of hands down the best consumer gadgets in the past year or so, past few years, they're really looking at what's the next big thing. And between the cloud computing and this Blue Origin commercial and tourist venture into outer space, they're onto something. I mean, it's not who's going to build the best next self-driving car. I mean, they've kind of gotten out of that Silicon Valley bubble and are really innovating. Bezos is really innovating in a kind of brilliant madness, sort of way.
No, you're right about that. Michael Murphy, Amazon at these levels right now, would you buy?
It's tough to buy it after the run-up it had recently, Neil, but I'd like to expand upon, although they're going into other tech like rockets, they're also going backwards, too. They started out as a bookseller online.
You're right.
Now they're opening the bricks and mortar stores to sell books. They're also opening locations in Seattle where you can order your groceries online at Amazon, and they have pickup locations. So rather than wait till tomorrow for it to be delivered, you can go by and pick it up. So they want to go after the supermarkets. They only have 1% of the supermarket business. So there's nobody out there, I think, that's safe from Amazon's reach. So I think there's a lot more upside here, but it's hard to argue that it's not expensive at these levels.
Neil, it's also interesting because there's an aspirational aspect to this. Look, more than 2/3 of the Forbes 400 billionaires in this country are self-made, and despite all the regulatory challenges, all the obstacles, the bureaucracy in the economy, they've built these organizations, and they're self-made billionaires, and I think it really sends a message to Washington that despite whatever happens in Washington, despite the stalemates in policy, despite what may not come to pass, these companies can still thrive, and they can still grow, and I think that's the American spirit that's embodied in the way this company is succeeding today.
All right, guys, thank you all very, very much.